so this is a wireless HDMI transmitter. Full HD 1080p. This is everything that's included inside. So this looks like our receiver, and then this is the transmitter. Alright, let's see what else is in here. So it looks like we get some cabling, power adapter for the receiver, a 90-degree HDMI adapter, some mounting hardware, an HDMI cable, and it looks like a USB charging cable. Alright, so on the front of it, we have the branding here, a little sticker that says Full HD, power button, some kind of information button, and a couple LED indicators. So on the sides, we just have venting holes. The front here is clean, and if we go to the back, we can see that we have power input here, and then the HDMI output. So let's check out the transmitter. Alright, so this is what the transmitter looks like, and it's quite nice. It's got the branding there engraved into it, and we have a little LED up here. This is where we're going to plug in our power, so this thing does need power, but that just simply will plug with this USB cable here. So this is our HDMI plug, and if we go to the very end, we can see that there is a button here. And so we get two power cords. One of them is an adapter that outputs 5 volts, 2 amps, and that goes with the receiver. And then we have the USB that will power the transmitter. So yeah, you would simply plug this into any HDMI source, and then, you know, if it's like a laptop, then you would plug this into any of the USB ports. Or if you're going to do this before a video console, same way. Alright, so we got all the components we need. Let's go ahead and see how this thing works. Alright, so we're going to use this TV right here as our display, so we're going to connect the receiver to it. So all we need to do is grab the HDMI cable that goes to the TV and plug it into here. Just like that. And then we're going to take our wall adapted power and plug it in here also. Alright, so that's plugged in and ready to go. And so now we need a source for a wireless feed. And so just for demonstration purposes, we're going to use this Xbox here to wirelessly transmit. Alright, so you just plug this in like you would any normal cable into the output. And then since this thing needs power, we're just going to plug it into one of the USB sockets, and we can see that our light started blinking and turning on. So let's go ahead and hit the power on the receiver. And look at that, looks like we're transmitting. And so what's happening is the Xbox is putting out the signal to the transmitter, and the transmitter is wirelessly sending it to the receiver, and that's displaying here on this television. And what makes this setup really cool is that the latency, or the time that it takes to respond from your source till you see it, is practically non-existent here. So right now we're using a remote which has extremely low delay, and so technically if we navigate, we should immediately see it happening with no delay. So I'm just gonna go back and forth. So I'm pushing it, pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. So as you can see, guys, I mean, it's immediate. There's no delay here whatsoever. And that's very important if you're going to use this for gaming or any kind of interaction between you and the display.